right, let's kick it into high gear.
For those of you tuning in thinking I'm going to come on the show today and just go crazy about this Giants loss, I'm not that angry. I didn't expect much from the season. I just want Dart to develop, but the Giants do what they always do. They just can't hold the lead, and they love giving us heartbreak. The Jets, again, couldn't score a touchdown and looked horrific. Fields will probably never start again for this team, especially after what his owner just said. The Knicks are 1-0. Just beat the Cavaliers. Look good. I was very disappointed when they fired Thibodeau, but we move on. 2025 has begun, and they're 1-0. The Dodgers and the Blue Jays are in the World Series, and I know what you're thinking. I can't root for the Blue Jays. I hate the Dodgers with all my heart, but I cannot root against the division. The Rangers finally scored at home. They went approximately, 4 games without scoring, Nick, at home? 3 games without scoring at home, and they still lost. So that's a team that doesn't look that great. Valley Sports Podcast, episode 12, coming to you live from a place with zero valleys, except this one. Faster than a $12 haircut. We're here. We're going to recap Jets, Giants, Week 7, Week 8 Pepper Picks. We are officially tied. High drive, it's tied. So sit back, strap in, take a ride with us through the valley.
When all is ready, Nick, flip that switch.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Valley Sports Podcast, episode 12, the Tom Brady edition. We're here. I'm your host, George, but you already know that. To my right, it's Tim.
But you already know that.
And the man behind the cam, Nick. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's up, everyone?
So let's jump right in. I mentioned them first. The New York Giants gave up 33 points in the fourth quarter on Sunday.
Woo!
Yeah, woo is right. Jackson Dart looks great outside of a few mishaps, blunders, rookie mistakes, that it's all part of the growing pains. And again, if you think I'm going to come on this show and go crazy, I'm not. It's if Dart went out there and threw 4 interceptions, then they lost this game 10-3, I would lose my mind. I'd rather have Dart look great. I almost had my cake and ate it too with the win, but Scatterbo and Dart is the future of this team, and just keep playing them. That's it.
Yeah, Scatterboo's got to be careful.
You can't.
I mean, you can't ask him to be careful in his rookie year. He's going to do whatever.
It's not even that. You can't ask him to change how he plays. It's because it works. So if he gets hurt, then so be it, as effed up as that sounds. But he's a basher, and you just gotta let him do his thing. Did you see when he scored, he hit someone 3 yards into the end zone? Like, he put his head down.
He's a truck. He's a literal truck.
There's this guy on TikTok who called out Cam Scatterbo and said, "I'll do an Oklahoma drill if you can get me to 200,000 followers," and the Giants DM'd him.
Oh man.
Yeah. So that should be something else. I would watch this guy get rammed by Cam Scatterbo in an Oklahoma drill. And for those of you who don't know what an Oklahoma drill, it's when you're both laying down helmet to helmet and the coach blows the whistle and you both stand up and run at each other. So that should be pretty funny, but I digress. The Giants gave up 33 points. 33 points in the fourth quarter.
I literally dozed off for 45 minutes. And again, I didn't care who won. But when I saw that Denver had won, I was like, wait, did I go to sleep in the first half and think it was the second half?
You know what's the funniest thing? Denver's first touchdown was like a bullshit deflection. So then I looked at Olivia. I was like, "Oh, here comes the comeback." But then the Giants got a bullshit deflection touchdown to Theo Johnson. That was like, yeah, it's 40 from 40 yards out. I'm like, wait, we're getting lucky now. So how are we going to lose this game? Well, they found a way. Burns went down, and it all went downhill. And then I saw a funny stat that they said that Surtain, and the other corner's name is missing my brain right now, but didn't allow a catch for the entire game to Hyatt and little Jordan Humphrey. I was like, wow, congratulations, guys. Like,
Little Jordan
Humphrey.
I know.
You stopped them.
Yeah, you stop them from doing what they always do, nothing. But I'm just going to look at the positive. Jackson Dart looks great outside of some times where I was freaking out. He had a lot of space to run, and he just refused to run on this last drive. He was just trying to go for the home run every time and got very lucky. The last drive was very lucky, and you can't pretend and be delusional that it was just insane last drive to take the lead with 40 seconds left. Got a little lucky, but sometimes luck doesn't always win you games.
No. And it's like you two said, as you all know, Jet fan here, but it's part of
really?
yeah, I know, right? It's part of the rookie experience to have those small blunders and everything like that. So, I mean, like you said, he looks way better than, like his goodness outweighs the mistakes that he made that you're going to get in a rookie quarterback anyway. So I wouldn't be too worried, Giants fans. I think that you got a bright future coming ahead of you. I just think that you can't be so, nobody can be getting super angry at losses.
Well, there's only two things that I'm going to rant about is Kayvon Thibodeau is just a ghost. And why can't we just find a kicker ever? Since
I like how they signed Young Ho
Koo, who's
he's just sitting on the
bench.
On the bench.
We might be the only team in the league with two kickers.
Honestly.
Because we're the only team in the league where our kicker gets hurt pregame. Because it's happened twice.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row it's happened.
Yeah, Graham Gano.
It's baffling. Graham Gano had his
leading scorer a few years ago.
Graham Gano had his one elite year with us, and they think that he's just gonna be our Justin Tucker or our Brandon Aubrey. It's just go and find a solid kicker. I just don't understand how it's this hard, especially with extra points. Give me a kicker who doesn't miss extra points. He missed 2. Yeah, there's no excuse. This guy's never gonna kick in the NFL again.
That's the thing about kickers is you could have one really, really bad day, and then you're just tainted forever.
Look at Rob Rero Blankenship. Remember him? Specs? They had him on College Game Day on Saturday kicking a 40-yard field goal for charity, and he nailed it. Go bring him on. I'll bring him on Denver. Yeah. He'll freaking hit those extra points.
Sign him.
But moving on, the Jets, another stinker of a game.
Moving on.
Yeah,
literally. We might as well.
The Jets scored almost as many points as they have losses. They got 6. There was 1 touchdown from the game. Timmy's 6th-round pick, Xavier Legette, scored.
Yeah, baby. After I dropped him.
Yeah.
Watch him go off now.
He probably will, now that you got rid of him.
Yep, 100% he will.
The only positive thing I can say about this game is that your secondary looks good.
I was going to say, the secondary has finally come into it a little more. The defensive line, they'll still show their flashes and stuff. Like Quinnen had he was getting to the quarterback a lot and whatnot. But it's just so terrible. Like there is no. I worked till 3, and I borderline was like, do you guys want to keep me another hour so I don't have to watch the Jets blow this or lose or whatever they're gonna do? Because I just know that it's always going to be bad. So Fields, I am eating bowls and bowls of crow week after week.
Same here, man.
Yeah.
And Nick
too, yeah.
VSP will be eating crow.
Yeah.
He is playing his way out of the NFL.
Yeah,
It's been that bad.
It's been that bad.
And then you look at the polar opposite. Look at Mac Jones. That guy bought himself 10 years of being a backup the way he's been playing.
Yeah, I still think that he's not the best. I think that he's been playing okay.
Again, 10 years of being a backup. Hence, any team can trust him just throw in.
I misunderstood what you had said in the first place.
Backup quarterback's probably one of the best jobs you can have. You're just getting paid $5 to $10 million just to sit behind.
Yeah, I know, but I also feel like most people who play quarterback want to actually play.
Yeah, but sometimes you get to your point of view.
You're Kirk Cousins right now. You're chilling.
Yeah, sometimes you get to a point of your career where you're just not good enough.
Yeah.
And Fields can't be a backup either because you can't trust this guy to go out there and control an offense.
No, he's terrible. He's going to fade away.
Look at Joe Flacco. This guy got traded on Tuesday, and he was ready to go by Sunday.
I mean,
granted, he's not going to be winning Super Bowls for teams, but it's just like it's a career. Fields is, like you said, playing himself out of the NFL.
Yeah.
He will not play another snap for the Jets. I think so, especially after what Woody Johnson just said. I don't know how you could even want to play for that team
Yeah.
if you're Fields.
I mean, I don't care if he wants to play for us or not. It's over, okay? The experiment failed. It's been 6 straight losses. So,
I'm really going to get you going right now. You
Are
ready?
you?
I'm going to
Okay.
really piss you off.
or is this some weird stat that you pulled
No,
on Twitter?
how great did Sam Darnold look on Monday night?
I love Sam.
Dude,
You don't have to. I'm not going to get mad because I've gotten over the fact that,
you guys effed up.
yeah.
No, I think the problem was Adam Gase, and
Well,
it was.
Case, but at the same time, they gave up on him too quick because, like I said, you literally, when they drafted Zach Wilson, you could have traded that number 2 pick for like a king's ransom and got him weapons, built up the offensive line in the draft, and it just, I think it would have gone so much different. So that's, again, a what if. And I always said that I thought Sam was going to succeed in the league. And I think that my Seahawks predictions have been looking very good.
So I want to say one thing is that everyone loves to jump on the Giants for letting Saquon walk. And he went off and won the Super Bowl and all this stuff and could have broken the rushing record. And it's very under the radar that the Jets seem to be the problem because you look at Saleh thriving in San Fran again.
Yes.
You look at, okay, still thriving. You look at Rodgers, looking good in Pittsburgh so far.
It's looking okay.
You look at Darnold, looks pretty elite since he's left.
I agree with that.
Now who's Geno had some pretty good years since leaving the Jets.
Yeah, it was Seattle. It still took him a full decade after he was gone to find his niche.
Decade, more like 3 years.
No, are you kidding?
When did Geno become the starter for Seattle? 2021?
Yeah.
When did he leave the Jets?
Like 2014,
2015? All right.
Yeah.
All right, we're in the middle, 5 years.
Yeah, so around there.
My point is, who's next? Zach Wilson?
No. That
if he becomes good on a team, you guys might need to go look in the mirror and check yourselves.
Well, I mean, they already need to do that. But Zach Wilson, I think is just someone who his attitude will keep him from being a good player in the league, and he's just, the damage is all too done with him. They'd shoot him up and spit him out so fast. And I was one to say during his rookie year that I thought he showed some serious signs of like being able to be a good quarterback. But just
that first year, you guys had what, 9 wins or 8?
7. And then we had then they went on the streak. Right? That wasn't Wilson's rookie year. No. We had 7 that year because we started 6-3. And
sounds about right.
Yeah, lost literally all but 1 game.
Yeah, but Tyrod's probably starting this week.
I'd rather see Tyrod than Fields. Sorry, team epilepsy no more.
We mean team epilepsy.
Because we both have epilepsy, me and Justin Fields.
He has epilepsy? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you didn't know that? That was like a huge thing before he got drafted. His agent leaked it, and everyone was afraid his stock was going to plummet.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
I only know that because of Timmy.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, coming up, you're going to go to Cincinnati and play another former Jet quarterback in Joe Flacco. So
Joe Stachek.
why don't we jump right to that? We'll preview that.
We might as
Bengals
well.
are 6.5-point favorites, and I don't know. I think Tyrod will control the offense, but the problem is he doesn't have Garrett Wilson. Breece Hall looks checked out.
He can be. I don't care.
Free 20.
Free 20.
Yeah, free 20.
And
give me 22 touches, but still free 20.
And the only person that's playing his ass off is your rookies and
Sherwood.
Ahmed Gardner. Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, they don't look good.
No.
Bengals look pretty good on Thursday.
Yeah, they did. I mean, let's relax. Okay. They were home. It was Joe Flacco's first game with them.
Second game.
Was it his second?
Yeah. He played against the Packers.
Oh, well, second game, whatever. First home game. And
so you're saying the Jets are going to beat them?
No. I think that they're going to get destroyed. I think that Tyrod can run the field, but like you said, he's lacking some serious weapons. I mean, I think that Mason Taylor will probably be the top receiver.
Well, he has to be. You guys got no one else.
Yeah, unless they want to get Arian Smith and Josh Reynolds involved a little more.
Yeah.
Josh Reynolds drops things left and right.
How is Josh Reynolds still in the league?
He's young.
He's young. What's young? Like 27?
26.
Really?
I think he's like 26. Nick's gonna.
I feel like he was on the Rams with Goff in like 2018. So he's.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. I think he's like upper 20s.
He's 30.
He's 30. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I was way off.
Yeah, I think the Bengals are going to beat you guys pretty bad.
Yeah, and I don't care.
So we'll preview the Giants, and then we'll jump into the biggest surprise of the NFL. So Giants go to Philly this week, and I just think just keep the same game plan they had last week against them. Just run it down their throats. Again, they're going to have Carter this time, though. I don't see them beating the Eagles. I feel like that game at home. That game at home was
fun.
Yeah, that game at home was their like homecoming. We haven't beaten them in so long. This is our new toy type game, and I think Philly's gonna, after last week's crazy win, is gonna come in and just dice up our defense, not our secondary especially, because our secondary is absolutely horrific. Again, another thing I forgot to mention: the second Deonte Banks touched the field, the game just changed. All of a sudden, no one can cover anything. He is. I know our friend Thomas goes crazy. He is so bad. How is he such a promising rookie and he's one of the worst corners in the league all of a
I
sudden?
don't think I've ever seen a play in the NFL with him where he's actually facing the ball.
Dude, he's so bad. Like, he was such a good rookie too. Like, how did he what did he do in that offseason?
You know who else was a good rookie? Eli Apple.
Yeah, because he was
a good rookie.
He was because
he had a solid rookie year.
It was only because he was shadowed by Janoris Jenkins' elite status. So he was guarding bums all year.
You mean Jankris?
Yeah, Jankris Jenkins.
Where did he end up going to, Eli Apple?
He was on the Bengals, the Saints.
On the Saints, right? Yeah.
He was on the Saints before the Bengals.
I remember by the end of his.
He was the originator of that toast meme. Eli Apple. Speaking of washed players, Embiid is plus 15,000 to win MVP. So if you put $50 on him to win MVP, you'd lose $50.
He's yeah. All right. We'll get on him another time.
So,
I can go for a while.
So are we all picking the Eagles around for that?
Yeah.
I think the Eagles are going to win that game.
Yes.
Unfortunately. But let's jump in. So far, we're almost at week 8, and it's on the horizon. Weeks 1 through 7 already in the books. So I like to start today's segment with the biggest surprise, we'll say pretty much halfway through the year.
Yeah.
So for me personally, my biggest surprise is the Colts. 6-1. Probably should be 7-0 if it wasn't for Adonai Mitchell throwing it out of the end zone. Daniel Jones looks good. Jonathan Taylor is on pace to get 25 touchdowns, which is insanity.
Wait, what was the stat I saw? It was like he has more 3-touchdown games than like
half the league.
Yeah, literally any quarterback.
Yes. When he gets this ball, he looks like he's shot out of a cannon when he goes through the hole.
He's crazy.
He's running at like 23 miles an hour. It's like he's just a freak human, and he's like gigantic. Like it doesn't make sense. The only running back that's better than him is Bijan. But my biggest surprise is the Colts. 6 wins already, and they've beaten some good teams. They absolutely just wrecked the Chargers the other night. Big surprise. I thought the Chargers would have kept it close and won, but they just shredded their defense. They really miss Joe Alt. He'll be back this week, so hopefully things change because they're on the downward spiral after starting off 4-0. But move on to Timmy. What's your biggest surprise this year?
My biggest surprise this year was almost the Colts, but I will say that it is that the Washington Commanders do not look good.
I had them dropping to 3rd in this division before the year started.
Yeah, I did not.
I was not high on them.
I was. I thought that they were going to just pick up where they left off. And, yeah, I mean, Daniels, it's not necessarily all on him.
It's not on him at all.
Yeah, at all, actually.
Their defense looks very beatable.
Yeah, their defense has not done much. Harry has been hurt, you know. Like, he's a guy, he's so good, but he's hurt all the time, too. He's always got those weight.
He's got sometimes where he'll miss a couple of games here and there. But the problem is they finally got Debo, a true wide receiver 2, to help, but it's just in that freaky time where Terry was holding out.
Yeah.
And you just know all those times. Anytime a player holds out, you don't want to mess with that, especially in like any team, especially coming off an NFC championship game. You're going to hold out, miss all of camp, and then come back and things are going to be back to normal. It's just
Exactly. It was not smart.
you're supposed to be the veteran captain, and you're setting a bad precedent for the rest of the players.
Exactly.
So that's probably in the back of all their minds. And now he's hurt. So he hasn't done anything. Has he even scored this year?
No.
No. So, yeah, if honestly, I'm not surprised that they're not doing well because all those factors are just
Yeah, the locker room build up and
Yeah.
everything. There was frustration.
like when your captain's holding out, that's just not something you want to see happening.
Exactly. It's like you said, it kind of diminishes the rest of the roles the other players have. It's
Yeah.
like,
It's like,
oh, so why should I care if
yeah,
Terry's not
if Terry's not playing for this organization, why the hell should I give a shit?
Yeah.
All right, Nick, give us your biggest surprise pretty much halfway through the year.
Well, I have 2 in mind, but one is how bad the Ravens defense looks. And just the Ravens in general, and
I like that.
I'm sure like the fans will have excuses, but like
Absolutely, they will.
it's mostly the defense because I know before Lamar got injured, they were scoring points.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, but their defense was giving up
Winning up
40.
Outside of the Browns game, they gave up 35 plus every game.
Yeah, that's horrid.
And the other surprise I have, and I feel like no one's talking about it, is how much Barkley has regressed this season.
I was almost going to say that.
Not
Nick.
like I'm not going to say he's bad or anything, but like
You can
I expected a drop off, but not this level. Like he doesn't look like he's impacting
Yeah.
the Eagles at all.
no.
Well, it almost looks like he doesn't. I don't want to say doesn't care, but
He
it's
looks
we
like he
said a
feels
few
his
weeks
touches.
ago,
Yeah.
It's starting to wear down on him, and he's like, "I won my Super Bowl. Obviously, I'd love to win again, but maybe I don't kill myself to go for 2,000 yards." And
I honestly, I 100% agree with that. I can see him dialing it back to the point where it's like load management in the NFL
Exactly.
without load managing. Like, I don't need to go for 2,000 this year again. I proved that I'm the best running back in the league,
exactly.
and I can turn it on in December and have another run for the Super Bowl because our team's good enough to where they don't need me to carry them. I think honestly the bigger one out of the two is the Ravens defense. Is this has to be the worst defense they've had in our lifetime?
In our
Yeah,
lifetime,
in our
yes,
lifetime, yeah.
definitely.
Well,
I mean,
granted,
just
they've existed only in our lifetime because it created in like '97. So
yeah. But just if you go like the 2012 Ravens, sick defense, the 2000 Ravens, arguably the best defense ever. Like,
yeah,
Everyone had them winning the division too.
I
Like-
didn't.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Besides Timmy.
yeah.
And my pick probably won't win the division.
People were like,
Honestly, they could.
Yeah, they could. I was
They
actually
could.
looking at my FanDuel bet the other day of all the 8 teams I chose to win divisions, and I was
Yeah,
like,
but
"Hey, this actually could work."
they're supposed to be Super Bowl contenders, and now like
This was supposed to be the year Lamar finally puts it all
Yeah,
together, and
he takes that step.
and now you got Ravens fans saying they're going to win 11 straight and go 12-5. Like,
no, they're gonna probably miss the playoffs and wonder if John Harbaugh is gonna be there next year.
and wonder what they're going to do with Derrick Henry now. It's just
exactly.
Oh yeah.
Well, wait, but what kind of deal did he sign?
it's not even that. It's just he's going to be 31 next year.
Yeah, they might try to ship him off
And,
somewhere.
and he's not having like a great season
No,
like
he's
he was
not.
last year.
No,
No.
he had 19 touchdowns and like 1,700 yards last year. It's
Yeah.
nowhere near what he had last year.
And like I know they have injuries on defense, but even
Even
with
the
that,
healthy defense,
it's
it was
like
horrible.
they don't look like they know how to play defense.
Exactly.
It's bad.
It is really bad.
Did you see the report that they took like the games and stuff out of the locker room?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
God.
put him in timeout. You heard about that? They took out their billiards, their ping pong tables, and all their stuff, the dartboards in the locker room, and all the comments were like, "Bro got put in timeout. Boys got grounded."
George, who was the guy that you sent me yesterday? The Glizzy tour.
Oh yeah, their top corner says that he wants to go on the Glizzy tour, and the comments were just ripping him to shreds
I
about
should.
what.
Can you please focus on?
Can you guard someone? Like,
can you do something?
can
on
you
the
play some
football field?
defense? Oh man! And there was that one incident too, where the guy on the news It was in Philly where there was a burning building and they were throwing kids out the window and he was catching them. He's like, yeah, we had to go catch the kids, unlike Aguilar.
Oh my God.
Do you know about that?
I do remember that.
He's like on an actual news channel. And they're like, yeah, they had to throw the kids out of the building. We had to catch them. We're actually catching them, unlike Aguilar, and looks at the camera.
God, that's horrible.
But
moving on,
the trade deadline's coming up. So a lot of talks have been sparking lately. Certain players going to different places. So why don't each of us give our hot take for what's going to happen for the trade deadline this year? So my hot take, I'll start us off, is I don't think anything that big is going to happen because I feel like the NFL trade deadline, as boring as that sounds, isn't as crazy as the MLB or NBA. Everyone's hyping up Breece Hall to the Chiefs, Chris Olave to the Giants, Jalen Waddle to the Steelers, but it's just like, I don't see any of that happening.
It'll be like a small guy, maybe Jacoby
Myers.
Yeah, I was going to say Myers is going to go.
Or like Max Crosby. Did you see that? Max Crosby to the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yeah, but apparently the Raiders told him they're not trading him.
Yeah, so yeah, there goes that.
That's also like, I feel like maybe Max Crosby is like, I don't want to go there. I'd rather.
Well, yeah, Jerry Jones will probably trade him too.
Exactly. He'll be like, hey, you all settled in? You got the apartment with the family and everything? We're shipping you out to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, we got 3 first-round picks for you.
Yeah. I really don't think anything major is going to happen. I didn't hear Breece to the Chiefs. I heard Breece anywhere, and he can go anywhere. Don't care. But why even would anybody be stupid enough to trade for him when it's very, very apparent the Jets are not re-signing him after his contract gets up?
That's the craziest thing is like, how could you not trade him? And Aaron Glenn has the audacity to say that we're not trading him, but it's just, what are you doing with him?
Exactly.
It's like
that. It's not even misutilizing him. He's not good on the Jets. Okay, he's given up. The entire team has given up. Maybe not entire, but like it's like I've said for years. He'll, especially now that he knows that this season is going nowhere. Like, oh, I can't gain my 15 yards. It's just.
Did you see Kamara where they asked him if he wanted to get a trade, and he said if they traded him, he'll be drinking pina coladas in Mexico?
Yeah, I saw that.
I like that guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the NBA where people get to become a new team and it gets to a point where you're a rainbow meme.
Yeah.
Like some guys in the NFL are settled. They like where they are.
Yeah.
What meme?
We're like Kevin Durant, he's become a rainbow meme. So because he's been on so many teams, you can make a rainbow with his jerseys.
Okay.
Like the original is the Shaq meme, the rainbow meme.
Yeah.
But since KD joined the Rockets, they can add red. So now that he completed the rainbow.
Yeah. God, I hate that guy.
Didn't they lose last night to the Warriors?
Like double overtime.
Lost.
No, OKC went to double overtime.
Yes, they played Houston.
So, all right, I just want to get this out. Did you see the end of the OKC game last night?
Yeah.
Why is it like, dude, because we grew up on Kobe and all these guys and even Curry. This guy is trying his hardest to go to get fouled instead of take the game-winning shot.
Who's Shy?
Shy, yes. By the way, I turned the game on. He was at the free throw line. Crazy.
He also
it was a joke.
He did hit the game. Well, he hit the game tying shot at the buzzer.
Yeah, but when it was tied in double overtime, he was foul baiting.
Yeah, because they teach him to do that.
But that's just what's wrong with the game.
I don't disagree with you. I just think you can't. If you're gonna start up again with your SGA is always foul baiting and everything like that.
Did you see their ring?
Shut up. You need to include Brunson in the conversation, dude. I'm sorry.
Thomas is gonna like that take.
Did you see their ring? Nick, can you show Timmy their ring?
I saw
like
the ring.
Are you talking about the whistle ring?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw the ring.
I'll throw that on the screen too. Their ring ceremony last night was really nice. They gave Shy a special one.
I just think it's ridiculous that you can call him out for his foul baiting, but you aren't acknowledging that Brunson does the same
I
thing.
feel like the whole league does it.
They do, exactly the point, which is why I don't hate on these people as much as like I did hate on Trae Young because he was the worst with it. He every single time he had the ball was trying to get the foul, and it's just like that's not the way the game should be played.
Share your idea to fix it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So my idea, I had this the other morning when I woke up because everybody's big issue with the NBA flopping, too many whistles, which is true, and everything. So just hear me out on this. If we want to stop flopping, the very first time in the game that somebody does a very overdramatic flop that is quite obvious, you're ejected. You're done. You're not playing anymore tonight. And watch how quickly it all stops.
I love that. I love that.
Thank you. I think that would genuinely
To where it's like it's egregious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's what it is now, and
But
it's
the problem is they'll never do that
no, they won't
because
I
they
know.
can't eject a guy like LeBron.
Exactly. They can't eject the star player so quickly. Like it's not the '90s anymore.
Yeah.
When they would eject anybody at any point.
Like Rasheed Wallace when he was averaging 20 and 10 and led the league in ejections.
Or yeah, right. Or even Larry Bird was up there in ejections that one year, and he was MVP.
MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was just a shit talker though. He wasn't flopping.
He would tell them what he was gonna do. What a boss.
Yeah. He'd be like, I'm going to the wing and I'm gonna jab step and take a pull-up jumper.
Jab step. I'm gonna fake that way, but yeah.
Do you know about the story where he only shot left-handed for the whole game and he dropped like 40?
Insanity.
Do you know about that, Nick? He just because he wanted to shoot only left-handed for the whole night, but like jump shots shoot righty. So like he literally took like 20 layups left-handed and scored 40.
Yeah, it was wild.
There's really no like good characters like that in the NBA and
No.
in sports in general. Also,
Once, I mean, I can't even say Curry because even though he's a very popular name, he's not a character.
Yeah, he's not.
So,
he's not very like.
I feel like the new generation of NBA players are not box office at all. I think a lot of them are like Nepo babies who grew up rich and don't have that
Kinda.
grind.
Yeah.
If that's a hot take, go crazy on me, but we don't have our Garnetts, our Kobe's anymore, our Shaqs that are all freaking came from none or characters or hungry. And
I will say, watching, yeah, we'll just, since we're on NBA.
we'll go to the Knicks after this, yeah.
So Knicks 1-0.
1-0.
1-0.
They won 119, 111 to probably the second best or best team. Granted, I think them and the Cavs are interchangeable.
Yeah,
in the East.
In the East this year.
I have the Knicks going as the first seed, and I think if they do get the first seed, I think they'll go to the finals. I think the only way they'll go to the finals is if they have home court throughout. They need home court.
We gotta chill. It was night one.
No. I'm just making predictions.
I understand your prediction.
I'm not like Kane in 2013 where they were 40 and 10 at one or 20 and 5 at one point. And they're like, oh, they're gonna win the finals this year. Like,
that was pretty crazy.
Would you want them to trade for Giannis?
No, I don't want any part of that whatsoever. Giannis he's aging. I could just picture the injuries stacking up and everything.
What would even the package be? Because then we would need me, you, Nick, Big Justice, and the Rizzler coming off the bench. Because what are we going to give them to get this guy?
They would literally
if Bridges is worth 5 firsts, what's this guy worth? Like 15 firsts?
Yeah, like the next 10 years worth of draft, which they basically don't have anyway.
Yeah.
Or of the MSG Corporation.
Shesterkin. They got to give him Shesterkin too. Yeah.
They're gonna have to do that. Season tickets.
Imagine that was the thing. Like you could trade players across sports. If like, I don't know, if the Knicks and the Nets aren't in New Jersey anymore. So let's pretend the Knicks and the Lakers are negotiating, and they're like, all right, we'll give you Stanton and OG. You give the Yankees like Glass now, or I don't even know. I'm just making some up, but like, I know the point. Imagine something stupid like. Imagine that could happen. Like,
I feel like that would do like terrible things to sports cities.
Definitely.
You know what that is? That's a Mike Francesa call.
It really is.
That is.
My God, we have to.
Mike, do you think that the teams ever like share trades?
And trades.
It wouldn't just be like one team ruining your life anymore. It'd be the entire city is just destroyed.
Especially if like the Browns make a bad trade and like and then the reason like an Ohio team gets fucked over. Like I don't even watch football and it ruined my life.
That would lead to like some interesting stuff though.
Yeah.
Yeah. People like Peter would be in shambles because he roots for 4 different cities. Our friend Peter is a fan of what? What is he? Well, he's not really a Chargers fan anymore. So he's Penguins. He's is he even Yankees? Because remember he was a
Yes.
Nationals fan in high school.
He watches the Yankees.
Okay, so Penguins, Yankees, and then I guess his fantasy team in football, and
I
then
liked the Mavericks for a while.
oh yeah, the Mavericks, yeah. So he's
Still
rocking
basketball.
3 cities.
I feel like when I was a stupid kid though, I was like, oh, the Heat are really cool. And then as I got older, I was like, that's lame. So I rooted for the Knicks.
I'm glad that you realized it was lame.
Well, I was like, I don't even know how old
I mean,
I was at the time.
I was attracted to LSU's color scheme, and that's how I became a fan. But you know what's the player that drew me in? You'll never guess.
I'll never guess.
2 guys that made me become an LSU fan. And since my alma mater doesn't have a football team, I stuck with them. It's like 2007
I was going to say
era.
the 2000s.
He's the biggest bust ever.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah. He was a stud in college.
He was.
And then right after, Tyrann Mathieu was my favorite.
Oh, yeah, Honey Badger.
Yeah.
I feel like as I've grown older, I've become like one of those old curmudgeons that tell people that they shouldn't root for teams outside of
Me
I'm
too.
Outside of their
like
city.
that too, kind
I
of.
always.
But like
The only way is if like you adapt your dad's teams and he's like he like grew up somewhere else or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
different.
I understand that. I just like I feel like I root for a team because I want to feel like I'm part of something, and
Yeah.
I'm part of New York.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not part of like Florida.
I'll say one thing. I'm not gonna go out and say you can't be a fan of whatever team you like, but if you like a team because you live in that state and you just want to root for that state's rival because you're an asshole, you're an asshole. There are people that literally live in like New York or like Dallas and purposely
for the Patriots.
yes, or like they live in Dallas and they root for the Eagles because they hate the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it doesn't make sense to me.
I always found it interesting. I tell everyone this, and my dad became a Rangers fan. Like, oh, like after the '94 Cup run, I was like, no, like during the Islanders dynasty.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how it happened, but that's when he picked it. And he's like, yeah, I just got to watch the Islanders win 4 in a row.
Well,
Yeah.
I was like, well, you stuck through it, I guess.
greatest years of my dad's life.
Yeah. But Knicks 1-0. And I think the NBA is the one league where I don't watch as much as the other teams as the other leagues. I know you're different because you're a big basketball guy. Because for me, I'd rank the leagues that I watch everything is probably 1 football, 2 baseball, 3 hockey, 4 basketball, and the first 3 I'll watch a random ass game of 2 random teams, and then the 4th one, unless it's like a marquee matchup, I'm not going to turn on the Pistons and the freaking Cavs.
See, I would.
Yeah, so that's different fandoms. Yeah,
yeah, disconnect there.
like I'll throw on the Kraken and the Kings at 10 p.m. because I like watching hockey.
I do love a 10 p.m. game.
Yeah,
I watch so much hockey, I can't even lie.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just watch any random game.
like I'll watch Vegas and Colorado at 9:30 p.m. Like I love that shit. I love late games.
I do love the late games because I'm like I can be like in bed,
Just have it in the background. Yeah.
be on in the background.
I feel like with the NFL, it's different though because every game is so important.
Yeah,
Whereas the other leagues, like
there's
in
so many
the
more
middle of the
games.
season, like
Yeah.
it's not gonna matter if like an elite team is playing like whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But like so like there's a little bit of gap between what's important.
Wiggle room there.
But like the NFL, like every game is
well,
means something.
It's a fraction of all the other seasons.
Yeah. So speaking of hockey, the Rangers finally scored a goal the other night. They went their first 3 home games without scoring at home. Artemi Panarin broke that streak, and they still lost. I haven't been able to watch a lot of them. I've watched a few of their games, and they're very roller coastery, up and down, hot and cold. I don't know. Nick doesn't miss a minute, so
They're actually playing quite well, like considerably more effort than they have last year, but they don't have the depth of past years' teams. So all of a sudden,
yeah, their 3rd and 4th lines are pretty
all of a sudden,
bad.
like if Panarin or Zibanejad's not carrying, and like Trocheck's out now, so like if he's out, all of a sudden you have 0 depth, and like So if no one's stepping up and scoring, it doesn't look good. And I feel like part of it's that, and the other part's probably just mental at this point.
Yeah.
Like just
I mean, Starkin's playing out of his mind, though.
they're actually playing good defense. They're trying hard. I can't say they're not trying. They're just not finishing. And I feel like it's just more the roster construction than their effort.
Yeah.
That and eventually,
Something's got to give.
yeah.
But your boy, Schaefer,
I was just gonna say.
looks good.
That kid is so freaking good.
Oh,
I hate that the Islanders got
I
him.
love it so
So
much.
for those of you who watch our show and don't watch hockey, the Islanders had the first pick, took Matthew Schaefer, and he has been lighting up the league so far.
Oh, he
Defenseman,
has been.
what is he, 19?
18.
18 years old, lighting up the league so far. What was he, I think he was the first defenseman to have multiple point games in his first
Yep.
career, or 10
And
games or something like that.
also, he has more goals than half the forwards. He
Hey, at least Bo Horvat's scoring.
Yes, that's a big
Yeah,
deal.
he's
He's on an
considering-
8-game point streak.
I've
I was just gonna
always been a
say,
fan of his.
I remember when he signed the contract, people were like, that's going to be off. I was like, yeah, but you'll get a lot of good years.
Hey,
out of it.
Bo Horvat respects coin. Anytime I take him in like to score or shots parlay, he comes through for me.
Didn't TJ take him with you all the time?
Oh my God,
Him?
my joke always was the Islanders fed families because
Yeah,
if you took like 3 of their players to take shots because all they did was shoot on the net
Literally.
and never score, they'd get like 55 shots in a
Brock
game.
Nelson would have like 6 shots on goal.
Yeah, if you just take Noah Dobson, the shot merchant, Bo Horvat, and Brock Nelson, all the scores hit 2 shots, it's plus 110.
Dobson never became what he was supposed to.
He's on Montreal now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to be good there.
think
But
so?
Dude, Montreal looks good.
yeah,
They
but I think part of it's because Montreal's so good.
Yeah.
Like
They're-
when you're on a good team, all of a sudden everyone's stats turn into career years.
yeah.
I saw a tweet the other day. It was a clip of Demidov and Lane Hudson on the 4-on-4 power play, and the tweet was Demidov and Lane Hudson make 4-on-4 look like 5-on-3 because it's just how fast they were, and that's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, so the Canadians are going to be a problem once they find a goalie.
Yeah.
They have
No, you don't believe in Montaball?
Montaball-
Montaball soup?
no the other kid whose name I'm forgetting at the moment. George, when you figure it out, you could put him up. The hell's his name? I think he has better potential. Montembeau, I think, is a backup at most. If you watch against the Rangers, he's probably the reason they lost the game, just entirely. And like, when you have a good young team, you don't want to blow it with an important position like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Because like all of a sudden you have a good year and like he becomes leaky in the playoffs and you waste that whole
That's
year.
when the year's done. Yeah. Hello.
Also, interesting point. I think the Islanders fired their goaltender.
Dobis? Jake
Yes,
Dobis?
Yeah, Doba. Yes,
Doba.
they did.
I didn't hear about that.
I read about it before coming here. I'm pretty sure they fired him, and they're bringing up some Russian guy that knows Sorokin.
Oh, okay. Well, that could be helpful.
But because I didn't think anything of it because the Islanders weren't playing that bad, but like the goaltending numbers are pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
So like I understand it, and with a new GM, he probably wants more control.
I think so too. Hey, look, similar to how you guys feel about the Giants, with just you want your rookies to develop. That's all I'm looking for this year with the Islanders.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's looking good.
You look like, I mean, I'll go to some games. You guys look fun.
Oh yeah, no, me and Brian were talking about it last night.
I feel like the Islanders could probably just make the playoffs if they really.
We'll see how things continue, but they're giving me some fun so far.
I just feel like they could make like a wild card spot.
Be fun.
One more thing before we jump to the World Series. We shit talked the Red Wings, and early on they're in first place. So maybe the Islander plan is ready.
Plan's coming into effect.
To be fair, they do look good finally.
Dylan Larkin's lighting it up in fantasy
It
for
also
me.
helps that they got an actual goalie like John Gibson.
Yeah, they're not
That's good.
using Alex Lyon.
Alex Lyons on the Sabres now.
Yeah, that's a team. Let me tell you, horrific team.
I'm sure Sabres fans
It's been
agree.
bad for a lot of years.
They haven't made the playoffs since 06.
It's like 15 years or something.
Yes.
Dixie King.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
I think it
No,
was.
it was like 2011
I think it was 10 or 11.
because they
Yes,
played.
it's been
played the
15.
Capitals in the first round. and they
It's been
lost.
15 years.
Yeah. I thought the last time they made it was when they lost in the conference final.
No, they made it one other time with
with
Ryan Miller.
Miller. Ryan Miller was the goalie.
But since then, it's been all downhill.
Oof. All right. World Series is the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays back in the World Series for the first time in 32 years. Me and Nick already memed about it. Game 7 was great between the Mariners and Blue Jays, and probably the best hitter in the playoffs showed up to the stadium wearing the worst possible jersey you could think of. What hockey player should you not wear?
Oh, God.
If you're Toronto, what hockey player should you not wear if you're showing up to a Game 7?
If you're showing up to a Game 7?
Yeah, whose jersey should you not be repping? Who's been their best player for like 5 years, Timmy? The Maple Leafs. Yeah. Vlad Jr. showed up to Game 7 wearing an Austin Matthews jersey, who, again, for those of you who don't watch hockey, has never won a Game 7, has never scored in a Game 7, who's lost multiple Game 7s.
He's never won a winner-take-home game in anything, not just a Game 7.
So maybe he didn't know about it, or maybe he was trying to reverse mush it, but
he was reversing the curse attempt.
I don't know. That's like wearing a Jim Kelly jersey to the Super Bowl, so it's just, I don't know.
Literally.
But Springer, the Yankee killer, the Dodger killer, hit a 3-run homer in the 7th inning to give them the lead. For, once again, the Mariners pulled an Aaron Boone. They pulled their ace out with 2nd and 3rd and 2 outs. And
well, I think the thing was he was coming out of the bullpen. He wasn't starting. I think that had something to do with it.
And also, why didn't they just go to Munoz? I don't understand. He's been lights out.
I really feel like this is a year that Seattle fans are going to regret for a while.
Oh,
because this is like
this was their year.
This was the year to do it, and they're still going to have good pitching next year. But
because here's the thing. But
their offense was good.
Brian Wu, I've always been a fan of his, but his thing is he could never stay healthy, and he finally was healthy the entire year, and now you just wasted that.
You wasted that. You wasted acquisitions that fit in pretty much perfectly.
Mm-hmm. With a Rosarena, yep.
Naylor,
Suarez, yep.
It's one of those years where the stars were aligned. Cal Raleigh had the amazing year in every situation.
62 homers, yep.
He was good in the playoffs, and it's just going to be one of those years where this is the year you should have done it.
And here's the best part. Down 1, and I think there was a man on. I'm not 100% sure, but it was the bottom of the 9th. And Julio Rodriguez was up. Granted, on deck is Cal Raleigh, who's had 65 combined homers in the postseason and the regular season, and he homered in the game already. The pitcher didn't throw him a strike, and he struck out. Yeah, he got him to 3-2. He threw a ball outside, and he swung and missed Rodriguez. This man went up there.
He's bad with striking out.
Yes. He didn't get a strike call, he didn't throw a strike in the zone.
He basically gave him an out.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So I think that's going to be something that'll be in the back of Mariners fans' minds for a long time, because now they are in over 100+ years the only team in MLB history to not make the World Series.
Wow!
The minute George Springer hit that, I was like, they're going to the World Series.
Yep.
There was no. Yep. It was so deflating. Not for obviously not for the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
But just for them.
But for the
Took
Mariners.
the air out of the stadium. It's just, even though they've been fighting back every game of this year, that's just something it's hard to really come back from.
And they were freaking crushed in the locker room after.
Yeah, did you see the video of Wu getting interviewed and you hear Julio Rodriguez screaming in the background?
Yes.
I'll show you after.
It wasn't. I mean, it was kind of funny, but it was just kind of like one of those sad, somber locker room moments. The scream was funny though. But you don't hear that often.
But yeah, that was a brutal loss for them, especially how magical of a season they've had. And I don't know, to be completely honest, this is like almost worst case scenario for the World Series. The only way it'd be worse if it was Red Sox, but
to be fair, they're two good teams in the World Series.
I'm not going to say the Blue Jays aren't good. They're very, very good. They
deserve it, but obviously.
Wait, I got one more thing. We're going to have the Unk Bowl Part 2. Game 3 is Scherzer versus Kershaw. It's Unk Bowl Part 2, so make sure you turn in for that.
they both deserve it.
I know you like that.
To be there because like they're clearly the best teams, but like
It's just annoying.
Boring.
it's I don't even know if it's boring. It's just like the Dodgers, you can't have anything less than being in the World Series and winning it, honestly, at this point.
Yeah.
And the Blue Jays honestly, the Blue Jays play like how I wish the Yankees would play.
Yeah, they put the ball in play and make you play defense.
Yeah, and
they don't strike out. I'm not even kidding. Our rookie pitcher struck out the Red Sox, what was it, 13 times in the wild card or 12?
12 or 11.
Whatever. We went to the game. He pitched great against the Blue Jays. He went, 6 in the third with 1 run? He only had 1 strikeout. They do not strike out this team. It's actually...
They are built for postseason ball. And
They are like those Royal teams that you guys lost to in the World Series.
I don't rant about the Yankees much, but the Yankees are so delusional about how, like... Did you... It's like doing the same thing over and over and over again, and like you get beat by teams who play the right way, and for some reason you think, oh, like it was just bad luck. Like, yeah, you're running into bad luck 10 years in a row. like what do you do with that information? Maybe like, hey, let's build some players that run the bases. Let's build some players that don't strike out.
Yeah.
You'd think.
This way, when the long ball dries up, you still can play baseball.
I said this 8 years ago, and everyone called me crazy. It's like when we traded for Stanton, everyone was like, oh my God, we got the National League MVP. I'm like, yeah, he's great, but it's just like, we just traded for Judge's clone, pretty much. Why do we really need another guy that strikes out 300 times in a year in the same lineup?
Well, even if you kept those two, the rest of the team can't be those two. Like,
yes. Why do we have Volpe who's striking out 14 times in the ALDS?
Dude,
why do we have
I have to hear that guy's last name one more time, like through a Yankee fan's mouth? I can't.
He was the public enemy #1.
I said this last week. If he's starting day 1 next year, you can't be serious about going for a World Series. It's a joke. This guy's not a World Series shortstop.
Here's the kicker, Timmy. We just complained about how the Yankees organization doesn't know anything. Brian Cashman is busy calling Derek. I'm not kidding. He called Derek Jeter to complain about his comments about how Boone might not be making the entire lineup. That's what you're worried about?
Oh my God.
Not the fact that the team sucks?
Then he also got mad about A-Rod shit-talking him, and then he said, well, A-Rod was bad in the playoffs every year except that 1 year. I'm like, why are you even acknowledging that?
This is literally...
Why don't you listen to them?
This is baseball James Nolan.
Yeah.
It's gotten to the point where I feel like, I don't want to sound like conspiracy theorist, but his job is too safe where he doesn't fix anything. Like his seat is not hot.
Now, I'm not going to come out and say that he doesn't do a good job. Like, no, all right.
He's a smart dude too.
He doesn't try because he does make great trades. When he goes out and makes acquisitions and stuff like that, he went out and got the Soto. He went out and got the pitching we needed. He signed Rodon. He signed Cole. All that stuff. But at the end of the day, your manager is an idiot, and you're doing the same thing every single year, and you're losing to the same type of team every single year, and clearly you're not doing something right. You lost this year to a team that never strikes out, puts the ball in play, and puts up runs in the playoffs. You lost last year to the Dodgers. It's not about money.
Yeah, it is.
I feel it. So I feel like
you are a business first and a team second. I'm sorry to be the one to say it.
Yeah, since George died.
I was just about to. That's what I was about to go there because people are like, oh, you're the Yankees. How could you complain? It's because since Hal took over, it's like
they've been to 1 World Series.
They've been to, and they embarrassed themselves.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
it was
drop at midnight.
Yeah, it was the worst loss in Yankees history, I think.
So like you could be like, oh, you have 27 rings, but like if you start to rest your laurels on that, that's how you become dog shit.
I see what you mean, because I felt that way with a lot of the Islanders fans who would be like, well, we have 4 Stanley Cups. I'm like, yeah, like 30 years ago.
And the thing with the Yankees is like, I can't complain about them being a bad team because they're never bad.
Yeah, they're not bad. They haven't been under 500 since 91.
They just, for some reason, cannot learn that, like, they're not a championship team because they don't do championship things.
And the fans don't help either. There's a lot of idiots. Like now the new thing with the fan is, oh, we'll have Skeens in 2 years. We'll have Skeens in 2 years. Why don't we just win next year? Why do we need to worry about the next big signing? Fix the problem of the lineup. I'm tired of seeing 6 through 9 strike out every time they come up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So who do you guys think is going to win the World Series?
The
Dodgers.
Yeah. All right.
I don't think this is going to be like a 2019 Nationals type where they come out of nowhere and punch them in the face for the first 2 games and then somehow miraculously winning 7 against a stacked Astros team. There's no chance. I don't see the Blue Jays winning this series.
I think the Dodgers could get to the Blue Jays pitching so easily.
Oh my God, yeah. Especially now that Ohtani is hot. All he needed was that 1 game, and their pitching looks untouchable.
Yeah, we could hate on the Dodgers all like we want and stuff, but like they're doing everything within the rules that they're allowed to win a championship.
Their lineup is so stacked, it's not even funny.
Like that's the ownership group you dream of. They're not penny pinching. They're doing everything in their power, every loophole they could possibly find to win. That's the ownership you want.
I come out and say I'm so happy that they're going to lock out because of the Dodgers, but we got a team like the Brewers who is now penny pinching their ace, who just finished with a sub RA for like the 3rd year in a row. They don't know if they're going to re-sign Freddie Peralta. Are you serious? This is what's the problem.
I actually saw. I was going to talk about this. I actually saw. It was a tweet or some report or something like. You could be angry at the Dodgers, but the problem's actually the owners that don't spend anything.
Pirates.
Yeah, the owners that let stars walk and get big contracts from the Dodgers and stuff, because if you don't want to spend to be a good team. So, like, people are arguing there should be a cap and a floor.
I think floor would be the best.
I think floor is more important.
Well, that would eliminate that problem, like the teams that truly don't care.
I'm pretty sure I saw a stat that the Marlins spent as much as like the Yankees spent on 1 contract or something like that.
Yeah.
For everyone wondering who Nick keeps talking to, that is my beautiful girlfriend Grace.
Hi, Grace.
That.
Woo! How you doing, Grace?
Hey, baby.
Sound more enthused, George. Why not?
Hi, Grace. But yeah, I think Dodgers in 5, maybe 6. If somehow the Blue Jays can steal game 1.
Well, I feel like the Blue Jays could hit the ball, which might run into some problems.
I think that's what'll make this World Series appealing, because I can see some games being like 14-10 or something. Yeah. Dodgers in 5, maybe 6. But I think this World Series is going to have a lot of runs.
Yeah, I think they'll score.
But Snell has been pretty much untouchable this playoffs, and Glasnow has been pretty much untouchable, and so has Ohtani. So let's hope the Blue Jays make it interesting, because I don't want just a clean sweep, because I still, at the end of the day, as I'm a baseball fan, as much as I want the Blue Jays to lose, I still want some good baseball.
It's fun.
I can't believe I'd rather the Dodgers win something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when I rooted for the Chiefs a couple of years ago against the Eagles. I couldn't believe I was rooting for the Chiefs.
Like, and I know people say you could just not root. It's like one team's going to win. I have to choose the lesser of 2 evils.
Yeah, I can't.
That's usually what it becomes.
Unless they somehow lock out before the World Series, but
I don't see that.
I don't
foresee that one happening
in the next 3 days.
Yeah. So before we jump to our pepper picks, briefly, Long Island broke their losing streak. LIU won last weekend 17-7 over Robert Morris, and I got the video footage of them in the locker room. They were getting pretty hyped. They went on a 4-game losing streak after finally winning against Eastern Michigan, and they went a little rut. But proud of you boys. And we will be there November 8th.
November 8th, we're coming.
Against Duquesne, where my brother currently is online at school. So he might, but
please get the Ant to come.
Yeah, maybe he'll wear his Duquesne sweatshirt.
We should.
Yeah, but we'll be in LIU gear. So.
Absolutely.
But we'll be there November 8th, and we're gonna have a good time.
We're ready for you, boys.
Yeah, we're ready for you, and
hopefully the weather's nice.
Yeah,
that too.
But if not, we'll
still be there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, win, lose, kaboom. Doesn't matter.
Mike's having a good time.
Yeah, and if any of the players are watching right now, we'd love to do a little fun interview or something like that.
Yeah,
I got some fun questions for you guys. But the moment everyone's been waiting for, Week 8 Pepper Picks. Now, after last week, I went 2-0. Timmy went 1-1. It took me 7 weeks to go 2-0. But thank you, Jahmyr Gibbs, or Sonic. And thank you, David Montgomery, or Knuckles, for the easiest sweat-free win on Monday night to make me go 2-0. So now, I am 7-7, and Timmy is 7-7.
Oh, it's coming down to the wire.
So, Timmy, why don't you start us off with Week 8 Pepper Picks?
Okay. So Texans -2.5 versus 49ers. They're getting back into the swing of things. I mean, they don't really, Collins probably won't play. It's unsure about Kirk, but they got weapons. CJ Stroud can make some guys look good. All right. They got that kid who went off the other night, Noel. I picked him up in fantasy. Could be a flex start. Never know. Potential. But that is my first pepper pick. And my second pepper pick is the Chicago Bears +6.5 over the Ravens. Lamar coming back, it's not going to matter. Chicago has figured out that offense. They are going to tear apart that Ravens defense. Lamar's going to come back with a little bit of ring rust, or what would
I like that.
Field rust?
Grass rust?
Yeah, grass rust.
The Ravens play on grass, right? I think so. Whatever.
Either way, whatever.
Turf rust.
Yeah, turf rust. So yeah, I cannot see the Ravens defense containing DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, Loveland, all the guys they got. Yeah.
Burden.
O'Duns. Yeah. Is it O'Duns?
O'Duns.
I thought it was O'Duns.
O'Duns touchdown in your buns.
O'Duns.
Yeah. But, it's funny. We're almost halfway. And your first pick is why you're going to be eating that pepper at the end of the year, because I'm taking the Niners +2.5. Texans are shit. Their O-line is shit. They're going to be missing their wide receiver one probably. CJ Stroud, while is a great quarterback, is in the worst situation humanly possible unless he was a Titan. McCaffrey is, I guess, done some rituals to make sure everyone else gets hurt except for him.
Honestly.
And
I feel like the 49ers always have an injury problem.
I don't know who do they have, like the Giants' old medical guy. Do you remember, like, a couple of years ago they showed him? He was like a 95-year-old man. I'll throw that picture on the screen too. Future George.
Please do.
Legitimately, every key player they have gets hurt.
Honestly.
Yeah.
IU goal of last year.
Kittle this year.
Sorry to interrupt that.
You're
passed my mind.
Nick Bosa's done for the year. Like, it's crazy. But
the Bosas haven't played a full year in
But in Shanahan we trust, and I will be taking the San Francisco 49ers to cover +2.5. Second pepper pick at home against a team that I took week 1 delusionally thinking they were going to be a good team. Atlanta -7.5 against the dead Finns, who look horrific. They just got mollywopped by the Browns. Those Browns that start Dylan Gabriel, and they got Shador Sanders sitting on the bench ready to go. The Dolphins are horrible. Their defense is horrible. If you thought Judkins' 3 touchdowns was bad, why don't you wait and see what Bijan does to this defense? If you're playing him in fantasy, just take a week off. He's going to score 50 points this week. Unless Algier vultures a couple touchdowns, there's no way this guy scores under 35 this week. Bijan will win matchups by himself. He is the best player on the field. He is the best running back in the league, and he will shred this disgrace of a defense, and to a turn of a ball over will throw a couple picks to this elite Falcons secondary, and the Falcons will easily cover at home. So those are our pepper picks. Love them, hate them, fade them. Texans for this guy, -2.5. Bears +6.5 in Baltimore. For me, Niners +2.5, and Atlanta Falcons at home, the Dirty Birds, to destroy the Finns. Finns down.
Down, like Tillicum.
Yeah. With that being said, till next time, and there will be that next time, this is George from Valley Sports Podcast. Give you 189 Dive. That's a wrap. Episode 12, the Tom Brady episode, the Mohamed Sanu episode, the whatever you want to call it episode, whoever's your favorite number 12 in history. I don't care.
Mohamed Sanu was 88.
No, he wasn't. He was 12.
No, he wasn't.
Look it up. He was 12.
You wasn't.
Okay. Keep talking. Pretend I'm listening. The number 12 episode. But week 7 in the books. Week 8 on the horizon. NBA starting. NHL starting. We're almost at the sports equinox where all 4 sports will be playing on the same day. Timmy, give it to me one more time.
Nick, flip that switch.
He was 12.
Ah, damn it.
If you enjoyed this episode, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, check us out on TikTok. Comment down below a trade between 2 cities you think that would be interesting that would happen.